Okay, we are going to talk about Project 1 in Scratchboard. So what you need to do first is choose a picture that you're going to do on this board. So you're going to do a 5 by 7. So that's about half of a piece of printer paper. So when you're choosing an image for Scratchboard, especially for your first assignment, you need to keep in mind what's going to make a successful artwork. So as you found out in your sphere, it's really hard to do something smooth. So choose a subject that's naturally rough, like hair or rocks or feathers or scales, something that has a lot of texture naturally. So texture is something that is rough, that feels rough, but also looks rough. So keep that in mind, and that's going to make a successful piece of art with a scratchboard, because when you're actually scratching and making values, it exists naturally rough. So what I have selected is an image of a bearded dragon. So I'm looking for something that has a lot of texture, but also a wide range of values. So you are not allowed to choose something that's a clip art or that's a graphic, so meaning that it just has black and white values. So a value scale in Scratchboard is similar to this. So you need to have values that are all the way from light to dark in your image. That's very important, and that's going to become part of your grade for this assignment. So after you choose an image, you need to upload that image to the assignment that's titled Scratchboard Project 1. So upload that to Classroom under that assignment, and then either you need to print it off to take up half of a page like this and print out 2 of them, or I will print it out for you. And it will be, you can select your printer and select a 5-inch by 7-inch print, or it needs to be printed out to take up about half of a page. The reason you print out 2 of them is the first one you're going to cut out, and you're going to tape it to your board like this. So you're going to tape it to the back and make a little flap. And then the second one you're going to keep to look at while you actually start scratching. So once you tape it down, you're going to take your pen or pencil and you're going to trace around the outside of your entire shape of your subject, and you're also going to trace around the interior shadow shapes. So any of the interior shapes that are going to help you to know exactly where to scratch or where to leave black, that's going to help make it easier to know what values to leave where as you work on your project. So you want to do that next, and then you'll remove this and you'll actually begin your scratching part on here. The little indentions will be on here to let you know where to scratch. Remember, it's very important that you do not take your knife now and outline on those lines all of the lines that you've made as indentions. Do not outline everything. Those are just guidelines to help you know where to either stop scratching or start scratching. So the worst thing you can do right now is to outline everything with your knife to create a white line around everything. So I will get started and continue this video. Okay, so I have everything traced out, including some of the details, not every single little detail, but some of the details just to help me keep track of where I'm at on the paper or on the board, so that when I lift this up, I can see, you know, kind of where I'm at. So that'll get you going as far as getting started scratching. Leave this paper taped on there so that if you need to reposition it, it's there. You can just flip it back down and retrace if you need to do a little more detail. And now you can use your knife. Remember, do not outline now with your knife. Just start scratching. Maybe start with the lightest areas first. Some people like to do that. Some people like to do kind of a medium value just to get started. So now you can get started scratching.